Good afternoon, if we're live already. I think we are. I'm going to bring up the computer so I can see you guys.
3 or 4 more to go on that.
Oh, no rush. Thank you so much.
Of course.
You're so sweet. Everybody's so sweet. Yes. I love them all. Okay. Let me know if you can see in here. Turn that down. Hello. Yeah, we're all here. Yay! All the gang's all here. Hi. And we can hear and see. Yes. Just want to make sure. Hi, NorCal. Hi, Delta. Hi, Lila. I wish I had my glasses on. Here we go.
Put them right on.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, call me if you need me.
Good afternoon. See you in here. Yay. Thank you, Delta.
We're not going to start
Sharon,
with some.
hi.
Can I switch this to your embroidery?
Yeah. Can you do it from there? Come around. You're teensy enough.
I've never done it from the back.
Oh.
I was a front kind of girl.
How is everyone? You're probably seeing me looking at my phone. Looking at my phone.
All right.
Seeing you guys. Hello. Good afternoon. We're going to have some fun today. Hi from Ohio. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here, you guys. We're going to make the happiness grows. This is such a cute little design. And I know I have a designated bedroom that is I forgot my rings today. I have a designated room for my sewing, and on the door I have, like a curtain rod where I hang, and I change them out all the time. And this looks so cute there. So yeah, that's where mine's going. Hello. Hello, Busy Mom Stitcher. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Wanda. Thanks so much for being here, guys. West Tennessee. It's one of my favorite states, Tennessee. I like Tennessee. I like the South. So we are going to make this today, and I'm only going to do 2 blocks. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do one of these and the middle one, and then we'll bind one, and we'll talk about putting the ribbon on, okay? Because it's super simple. You got your Avenir back. Yay! I know, when my machine's in the shop, it's just so sad. It's just a sad time. Can't wait to get them back, huh? But we got to get them tuned up. That's got to happen. Okay. So, let's talk about what we need. I have all my little notes here. I just kind of wrote what color these are, because they just say binding and back for the star blocks. And unless you've seen one, you don't really know what the back is. It doesn't say on the picture. So it's blue. It's the blue. So I put blue fabric for fabric 1. Fabric 2 is your flower fabric, which is this flower. It's the pink flower, and this is the blue. So these are your 3 backs. Yeah, you can see those. So those are your 3 backs. And in the pink flower, we also need our binding for that middle block, which is different from the other 2. I have my binding here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So for the center block with the back with the flowers, we're having the same color binding. So we're going to cut that. My binding's all ready to go. And for the blue, of course, we have the blue binding. So That's for later. Then we have the cream color. These are your backgrounds for all 3 blocks. And they are backed with SF101. So Kimberbell's kind of doing a new thing, which is nice. This little green heart, there's a little legend down here. Wherever you see the green heart, that fabric needs SF101. So that's really nice that they did that. Because then you're not like cutting everything and then going somewhere else to say, okay, what do I back, you know? And you just look for the little heart. So these 3 are your creams and they are your backgrounds. You need 3 of those with SF101. Your yellow fabric. Now we're getting into the little, I cut this one too long, but we're getting into the little word for the little star, the pretty star. So the yellow, you need 2 of these and they're SF101. And then that's all we need for the yellow. And then the white flower, which is this one, they're calling this white flower. I cut it too long. The SF101 is the right size. So you need 2 4.5 by 7.5s. SF101 on those. That's all you need for that one. The pink, we have, oh, I wonder where my little centers went. Here's a little center, and here's a little center. These should have SF101. These are for the little, I'm gonna have to put SF101 on that. And then the 4.5 by 7.5 with SF101. Okay, that's our fabrics. Of course, we need our batting. 3 8x8s. And fusible backing, we got that. Let's see, we're gonna go down here to our felt. Now I didn't cut my felt to what it asked for. You just have a yellow and green. I'm just going to lay it down and try and save as much as I can because, you know, the hoarder in me won't let me throw this stuff away because you always need like tiny pieces for Kimberbell, right? Yeah, that's a really good improvement on their directions. I like it. I like it a lot. And then we need our ribbon, of course. You get this all came out of the kit, by the way. The kit from A1. This is what I cut everything from, except for the batting and the SF101. You'll have to supply that, but all of the fabric and the ribbon. And you have more than enough ribbon. You only need 33. This is, I don't know, this is like 1.5 yards. So that's a lot. You have plenty for that. And paper tape. We're going to need some paper tape. Maybe. Sometimes I tape, sometimes I don't. It just depends. Let's see. I think that's all. Our threads. All our little legend is here of what they've used. And I think that is it for what we need. I'm doing 8x12, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Doing 8x12. Where does the felt go? The felt are the little flowers. Let's look. See these pretty flowers? These are not embroidered. These are, well, yeah. These are... the leaves and the flowers are all felt, so it's kind of dimensional in the middle. We'll do that block first. Okay, we'll do the fun one first, right? Let's get the fun going. I'm still waiting on my kit, so we'll just watch and enjoy today. Oh, okay, good. Well, when you get your kit, this will be on YouTube if you need the help. But I know you're a seasoned Kimberbeller. You probably don't need. It's just fun to sew with somebody. You can have me in the background if you'd like. Well, hello, Miss Cindy. How are you? I'm glad you could make it. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I think that's everything we need, other than, you know, the usual suspect, scissors, and hopefully Jack doesn't make an appearance in this video, right? Yeah, I think we're good to go. I'm doing 8 by 12. I like the bigger one. The 5 by 7 seems really small because the blocks are 4 by 4. I mean, that's a cute little tiny hanging for like maybe a little corner in your room. Wouldn't that be cute? I might have to make one for that purpose. I have little tiny spaces in my room where I could hang up something adorable like this, but the blocks are only 4 by 4 finished, I think. On the small one, let's look. See, it tells you down here, 5 by 7, yeah. Well, 4.5 by 4.5 is the, oh no, the finished size is down here, 5.5 by 5.5, which, I mean, that's cute, right? That's a really cute little size just to get like a dimension. This is 6.5, so it'd be, oh my gosh, that would be really cute. I'm gonna have to make one now. I just talked myself into it. So the first one we're gonna do is Happiness Grows Here block. And I have already hooped light mesh cutaway stabilizer. And let's load our design. It's on my USB here. Let's see, where's the machine camera? Let me make sure you're not looking at, oops, at the floor here. I think you were. So let's see what that looks like. You know, I'd like it to be on this side if I could. That might be a better angle. You guys let me know. I have to move you back because it's a big hoop, and then I'll just zoom in the camera maybe. Let's see how that looks. Oh, my computer went to sleep. Oh, here we go. Oh, I need to close this. Oh, bear with me here. Where's YouTube? Nope. Well, I think it closed me. Oh no, there we are. There I am. Am I live? I'm live, right? Okay, cool. I see it now. Yeah, we're plugged in. Okay, so I'm going to put my USB in here and see where my design is. I think it's on this one. I'll be on this one. Let's look. 2 here. How is everybody surviving the heat? Go home. Okay, I'm going to move you over to the machine now. Let's see. Okay, I have to use my brain every time. Yep, there it is. I use my brain every time I'm on the Avenir. It's just a little bit different. Okay, set. And embroider. Okay, I got my hoop here. I'm going to put the camera somewhere like over here. Hopefully I'm not making you sick. I just don't want it to be in the way of the, let me see what that looks like. Oh, I got this upside down. Oh, my foot is like way low. Here we go. Okay, that's probably not the greatest hooping here, huh? There we go, a little tighter. Tighten up the screw. So scooch her on. Oh, this is going to be a tough one, I can tell. Okay. All right. Are we on the, am I frozen here? What's happening? Play. I want to play. I want to play. Okay. Got the computer going. I need to be live though. Let me move it over. Okay. Well, I'm still not live with me. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. I'm a little discombobulated and I apologize. Okay. So that's a pretty good view, right? Okay. So our first step, and I just have a pre-wound bobbin in. I've got some white in here because it's just placement lines. And let's see what our first step is. Yeah. Okay. So our first step is, of course, a placement line for our batting. Camera's on the machine. And, oh, perfect. Thank you. Is your hoop hard to get on? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know what it is about the hoops. I have a Solaris, and mine has the same problem as some hoops, just are a little defiant. Yay, you made it! I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I'm trying to read your name. Let me get them on. Renata with an L. L is probably for something else. It's just Renata. I'm glad you made it. Thanks for being here. Oh, talking to friends is always a good excuse. Friends are important, right? Okay, so we have our placement line, and we're going to put our project batting down. I'm not using Kimberbell project batting, although I do love that batting. I'm going to have to get a roll before I go home. She was talking about when you're hooping, like quilt sandwich, how, you know, if I were to pull that, it would just stretch, and the Kimberbell project batting does not do that. And I was like, wow, because I do a lot of, there's a right side, there's a soft side and a bumpy side. I always put the bumpy side down. I don't know if it matters, probably doesn't. But anyway, that project batting, I mean, that's impressive, because sometimes you're having to wrangle your quilt top and this just falls apart, and you're like, and then when you try to hoop it, it just, so I'm going to get some of that and see. I'm sure it's going to work better. I'm sure it's going to work a lot better, and I'm excited. Joanne, yeah. You're not late. You're just in time. Just in time. Okay, so I'm just covering this line here. And I'm sure we're going to have to trim this, right? Let's look. Yep. So trimming the batting. These are my favorite scissors for batting. Some different kinds. These are small, but I think these will work. What do you think? Oh. I'm going to have a bump in my batting. Here we go. I got rid of it. Well, no, not really, but it's okay. We trim these down to 7.5 by 7.5, I think. I got a ruler that's 7.5 by 7.5 square. So I like it when I can have a ruler that's exactly what I need to square up to. Oh, it started there, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to trim this. See how these scissors work. Oh, they work good. They work really good. And we have to take this out of the hoop. But see how it just rips? You know, I could just rip that off. And when you're doing, quilting in the hoop, sometimes all you have on the corners is you're just hooping batting. And so I was just really impressed with how that Kimberbell project batting doesn't fall apart when you pull on it. I'm going to have to take it out to get the right angle there. Yeah, I don't like taking these hoops out that are knotty because I'm not going to do it. I'm afraid it's going to. I'm just going to have to do it. This one is really, really stuck in there. And so I'm going to do this at a funky angle. What is that? My little knot. I'm not ambidextrous like I'm gonna have to take it out. Okay, come on, you can do it. Don't move my arm, please. Oh, there we go. I think I did it. Okay, now I gotta put it back in, right? Just gotta. So when you have a hoop that's defiant like this, make sure you hold on to this little mechanism here, because that's what's gonna mess up your registration. Okay, all right, that's done. Trim, stitch the background placement line. You know, do we really need that? We really don't, huh? Should we skip that? Do you guys know how to do that? Hold the arm as you pull. Yes, definitely. So it doesn't stretch and shred like some of them. Yeah, it doesn't. It's really, I mean, you really got to try. You really got to try to rip it. I have a little bit that came in a kit, and I used it the other day, and I'm like, this is what she was talking about. And I was like, yeah, from now on, I'm just going to use it. It's not as, it doesn't have the pile that like this batting does. So if you want your quilt to have a little more, maybe you could use two of them. Use 2 layers. Yeah, that's how I would solve that problem. Yeah, let's just stitch it. You know, I know it's kind of redundant, right? Because we know where it's going. We just have to cover our batting. Really. Okay, stitch the background. Place the background fabric right side up, of course. Stitch the background tack down and do not trim. It's the tack down and the trimming line, which is nice that they give us a trimming line. Okay, right side up. This is very light, so I want to make sure I'm not doing the SF side. That's the side that's kind of creamy, a little more creamy. All right, let's kind of make it even a little bit. That, come down just now. I think that's good. I'm gonna use my spatula, so I like my fingers the way they are, you know. And I don't want to tape, so I'm just gonna kind of hold it down with this. And I like these spatulas because they're silicone, so if the needle hits it, I feel like it wouldn't do a whole lot of damage because it's soft, you know, as opposed to like something metal or plastic. I feel like this is a little safer for my machine. And I'm not afraid to get right in there because, you know, I think that if it went through that, it would be, you know, it's silicone. These are nice. These are nice. They're here. They're made by Gypsy. And you get like 4 or 5 of them, different shapes. They come in handy. Okay. The spatulas are here. They are here. I'll go get them when, you know, we have some stitching going on. I'll run and get a pack and show you. Stockton. Hello, Bobby. Thanks for being here. Yes, they are the spatulas from here. They're Gypsy spatulas. maybe if you search on their website. But I will bring a package in here so you know what they look like and how many you get and all that fun stuff. Okay, so we're going to do the background stitching. I'm going to leave this color in. I think that's a pretty kind of creamy white. So I'm just going to leave that in, and it's going to stitch some pretty quilting. And I'm going to run and get those spatulas right now because it says I got 4 minutes. Okay, I'm back. So we're out right now, but she's ordering them as we speak, and she'll have them in a couple of days. Oh, thank you, yes. She uses, and she uses these, and I'll show them over here. Let me move the camera. Hold up. Messy basket. Okay. These are the ones that she uses if you watch her live. These are metal. These are metal. But they are really sturdy, and you can like really hold down the side on these. So these are an alternative, but the silicone ones will be in a couple of days, and they're Gypsy. And these are the ones I like. I've lost the other ones. I don't know what I do with. Oh, here's another one. Oh, and here's another one. So these are. I know that you get just one more. Here's the 3. So these are 3 that come in. I think you get at least 4. I know there's at least another one. But I like these because they are very flexible. And like I said, I don't think if I needed to do that, my machine would look like thrown out of whack. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So those are those. And we are doing, this quilting is so cute. It's just little flowers. I'm loving it. You got those, Cindy? You like them? Do you use them? Anything that will keep my hands out of there, it's like I want to put my hands in there so much that I just got to keep one of these by the machine. You like the metal spatulas? Oh no, you did? Oh. I don't even want to know how painful that was. Twice now? Okay, yes, thank you. Twice? Oh my gosh. It is like my biggest fear. Okay, let's see what do we got. What's next? Okay, so we're gonna do the happiness here, and for that they want, what color are they having for that? They're having the grotto blue, right? Yeah, grotto blue, which is kind of a light blue. Kind of a tealy, kind of bluish, you know. Pretty. It's a pretty blue. I have started using them because I don't want to go. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. I have to consciously say, keep your hand out of there. Just slap it. Right? I don't know why it's so appealing or whatever you would call it. Why I'm so drawn to put my hand in there, but I am. So these spatulas have helped with that. Okay. Let's get that. There we go. All right, our pretty happiness here. You're retired. Your song is retired. Renata, you're retired. It's wonderful. Being retired is wonderful.
A lot of money.
Retired 30 days, and my husband's keeping me busy. 10 camping? Oh boy. 12 6-inch patches. Oh my goodness. I hope you have a multi-needle. Do you have a multi-needle? Well, at least for the patches anyway. What kind of quilts are you going to make? Oh, same week. Oh, wow. Wow. That's awesome. You are set up to have fun in your retirement. I'm very happy for you. That's amazing. Very pretty satin stitch. Very pretty and shiny. Okay. Yeah, fleece is perfect for that. And it comes in, you know, so many pretty prints. And it does, it keeps you warm at a campfire. Is anybody sewing this with me? Like I said, I didn't cut mine very specific. Whatever you want to be cut to. I'm just gonna lay it down. It does do it in two, and it does do multiple at a time. So let's see how it works out. Yes, take a break, hang out with everybody. Oh, Renata, did I see you at the quilt show? Probably did, huh? That quilt show was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, even though I was there, you know, with A1, I still managed to spend money. You got a genie, huh? They're the best. I don't know what the weather's like where you guys are, but here it's hotter than Hades, as my mom used to say. It is hot, and it's supposed to be in the hundreds this weekend. And But you know, in the winter, I'll be complaining about my clothes. So go jump in a lake, you know? We got lots of them around here. Just go jump in a lake. Turn that light on. Cool. 85 is tolerable. It's supposed to be in the hundreds next week. Oh. Well, we could be in Vegas, right? Woo-wee. I got 2 kids over there and a bunch of grandkids. Probably say that all the time, but we go visit them in the summer, and it's just, I mean, it was so hot that the asphalt was melting, was like mushy in like parking lots. You would get in your car, and if you had carpet in your car, it would just be black from the bottom of your shoes because the asphalt was melting. That's just wrong. Florida. I bet you're hot too. Uh-oh. Upper thread. What happened? Let's see. It's still attached. Okay, need some scissors. Get a little knot in there. Okay. Rethread. If it happens again, I'll check my bobbin. I'm going to go back just like 10 stitches. Not much. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's check the bobbin. Oh. Cut. Can I cut now? Yeah. Wants the foot down to cut. Okay. All right, let's check the bobbin. Let's see what we've got here. Oh boy, I gotta slide this off. There we go. I'm just going slow. Oh boy, there we go. A little bit slow. There we go. Whew. Okay, let's set this over here for now. Let's check my bobbin here. It's not empty. Just rethread it. Okay. And I'll just rethread the top just to be safe. Okay, slow. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think if we go slow when we're putting these defiant little hoops in, we're okay. But I have shoved too hard and lost my registration. Okay. All right, let's go back some stitches again. Okay, see what happens. Okay, it's happy now. Okay. Do you sail? My dad used to sail. He had a sailboat. He loved it. In Michigan. Well, that's where we all need to be. 105 in Wyoming. Ugh. Stay inside, Happy Grandma. I don't know, can the air conditioner even keep up with that? I know my kids, their house is like 78 degrees, and you know, that's with their air conditioner just cranking away. It just can't keep up. But, you know, when it's like over 110 or something, it just can't keep up. You have no choice but to take it easy. Okay, we are going to put in our green and do our leaves. Okay. I know I'm going to need a bobbin soon. I should get one at the ready. Okay, I think it's going to do placement. Let me double check. I don't want to. Yes, we are on page 5, and this is step 7 for the machine. Right? Oh, see, I'm totally wrong. Step 7 is dark blue, right? Yeah, dark blue, because we're going to do grows. Grows. I was looking ahead. See, it's always good to check the instructions, right? Crisis averted. Okay, dark blue. Kind of a navy kind of color. Okay, there we go. I'm going to find a bobbin and get that ready to go. Here they are. Got my bobbin ready to go for when it runs out. And then we're going to do our leaves. Oh, how fun! Fun to go sailing all over. So you traded it in for a land yacht. That's great. Or I mean, you swapped it out. Boy, yeah. Yeah, RVs are nice. Oh my goodness. Hello, Pamela. Thanks for being here. You hate towing. Yeah, I hear ya. But even with an RV, you have to tow your car, right? My daughter wants to retire on a boat. That's her retirement plan. She wants to get a nice boat and just live on it for however long. That sounds like a wonderful retirement. All right. Oh, there's an S. There is an S. Yes. Yeah, what kind is it? We have a 40-foot Integra. Why can't I think of the name of it? Yeah, we have it's got 3 air conditioners. Yeah, it's a bath and a half. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, green. We got to put our green in. But it's nice. It's really nice, especially when you're in Vegas and we have 3 air conditioners in that, small of a space. We can keep it 70 degrees in there, so we all like hang out in there when it's like crazy hot, green. Gonna do our leaves. But they do run like the whole time we're there. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Okay. Placement lines for the leaves. And then we're going to get our felts. Is it going to do them all at the same time? If it is, let's see. Well, we can just cover it up, right? This is a big enough piece. How pretty it is. Two ACs and lots of land, yes. A Coachman Encore. Okay. Ours is a... I think I'm getting confused because it's a... I can't think of it. It's an Integra. Rialta? No. It's not Rialta. What is it? I don't know what that is. Very nice. Georgia Mountains. Georgia's a state I'd like to visit someday. Okay, so it is going to do them all at the same time. So I'm just going to lay this down, covering that one. I'm just going to lay it over the whole thing. And then we'll just take it over here and cut around it. it's not stitching. Hold on. Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and rethread the needle. The bobbin might be getting low. Maybe that's my problem. Let's see if it happens again. Oh, let's just go. Okay. I went back to the beginning of this segment here of step 9. Nope. I'm going to change my bobbin, I think. Touch. Oh, okay. I was reading the message. I didn't understand what it said. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut. And I'm going to change my bobbin. Maybe that will solve my issues here. And then we'll go back to that step. Okay, slowly pull this out. There we go. Slow, not too much. Ooh, it doesn't want to come out at all. There we go. A little bit more. Oh my goodness, it feels... There. Whoo-wee. Let's put that over here. There we go. Yeah, I'll put this one up here in case he wants to use it, but I'm going to use a whole new bobbin here. And hopefully that fixes my issues. I think I'm going to rethread the top. Make sure that I'm good and threaded there. Thread my needle. All right, take 2. Or I guess this is take 3. Okay. All right, let's get it in there without moving anything around. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. Okay, arrow up, and let's try it. Thread sticking out there. Okay, seems happy. Will that help? Machine oil, that's a good idea too. Back here. No. I said no to these ones. Oh. Machine oil only. Yeah. I'm afraid to do that. I can try. Oh, did I not go up high enough there? I think it'll be okay, huh? I need to stop this and make sure. Now we're good. It just went there. Just won't have the little 1/8 of an inch board or, cut around. Oh, really? It's usually, I don't know what device you're watching on. Maybe close the chat because it should be right under the it should be right under the title, which I now see is spelled wrong. Oh my goodness, with this top thread thing. Scissors. I don't know what's going on. Might have to have a tech come back here. I mean, that should be fine. We're threaded. It's moving. It's free. Nothing going on up here. I'm going to go back like 10 stitches. If I have to, I will rethread again. Ah! Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm going to totally take that. Yeah, I can feel might be some fuzz in there or something. It's probably due for a cleaning. You know, this machine's kind of tucked back here and forgotten about a little bit. I'll see if they can't get it in for a service. I'm going to go back to where that leaf is starting. So because none of these stitched. I'm going back 10 stitches at a time here. Oh, it wasn't stitching for a while, huh? Okay, now let's do +1 until we get back over there. I want this gone though, right here. I wonder if I have a knot on the back. Okay. +1, +1. There we go. Okay. Let's cross our fingers. Oh my Lord. It just maybe doesn't like to stitch on felt. I don't know. Let's check everything again. Put this up here for now, and I'm going to have to check underneath. Boy, it's just wanting me to run this registration slow. Don't pull too hard. Okay, there we go. All right. The bobbin looks fine. Okay. Boy, come on. All right, there we go. There. All right, I'm gonna have to go back like how many stitches? 30. I wasn't stitching anything over there. Okay, +1. Okay. What do I have here? Do I have like a knot? I wonder if I should try and get that out. Let's try one more time. Oh, well, let's stop. Let me thread it. Okay. Okay. Thread. All right. Fingers crossed. Okay, it looks like it's stitching now. Just have one little leaf there to do, and I'm done. Okay. Let's go over to the table and cut this. I'm gonna have to take it out. Okay, slowly. There we go. All right, let's go over here. This camera's probably zoomed in, and it doesn't need to be so zoomed in, right? Yeah, let's zoom out just a little bit. It's better. All right. A little bit more. Okay. Close that. What are we doing? Different thread. Yeah. Yeah. Change the needle. You know, I just changed it the last time I was here, and I don't think anybody sewed on it. But that is a good idea. I should do all of those things before I start yelling for a tech, right? Scissors. Here we go. Now, when you have felt like this, you want like 1/8 of an inch, you know, around, just in case we have any new people. You don't want to go right up to the stitches. Just want a nice little border around it. Of course, I'm not going to have one on that one because I got too close to the edge there. I like a nice little border here. Okay, maybe not so abstract, huh? I'll be able to see the shape. Oh, it's too close. Here we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and do these top ones. Can you see? No. There we go. You know, getting down in here, I just want to leave it. Did I leave it on the other one? I don't have my sample in here. I don't know if I got in here or not. Seems, I mean, I guess it's possible. But maybe I'll just go down a little bit like this. Leave just a little kind of opening here just so you can see that it's a different leaf. Maybe get in here. You don't want to cut your background. That's the only thing I worry about. Putting a hole in my background. There. That's not so bad. At least you can see some background down there. I think that's about as good as that's going to get. Oh, let's move this out of the way. I don't want to burn anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to make the small one. I want to see the small one. I think it would look so cute in a little corner of my sewing space. It's a little blobby here. Let's kind of clean it up. There. Okay, that looks like a leaf. Let's get these. Okay. Again, we can get down in that one a little bit better because it's a little wider opening. I think I'm going to cut this off though. There we go. Get out of my way. There. Okay. we go. That looks pretty good, huh? I think a lot of it's gonna, we got a lot left over here for another project. Kind of clean it up if you like. Like I'm terrible at fussing with stuff like this. At home, it's like, I can't leave it alone. See, I'm just terrible. Okay, putting the scissors down. The scan and cut, yeah, it would be really good because you would also have the iron backing on it, right? Where you iron it down. I mean, you'd have to cover it, of course. You can't iron straight on a fuzzy. Okay, what's next? Okay. Stitch the leaves details. It wants linen for that. I mean, okay. I guess we'll do linen. Yeah. Yeah. Let's put it in linen. I think, I don't know, at home did I use the darker green? Okay, I'm gonna wait to put that on until I get situated. Let's go back to the machine. Are we there? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take the green out and put in the linen. Okay. Go.
I haven't checked on you. You're good?
I'm good. The machine is like coming unthreaded a lot. So I was just going to suggest maybe service it after. I don't know.
It's coming unthreaded.
Yeah, the top thread just keeps coming unthreaded over and over. I put in a new bobbin, but you know, if it's like, I got be careful, I got it slowly.
Case or something?
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, just noted. Okay, so we've got our linen in there. Let's see what that looks like. I'll do that. Okay. Oh, 5-0. So you just kind of put a spray adhesive on it. Is that after you cut it out on the scan and cut, or I would think so. I don't know, but doesn't felt like, does it like stick to your mat? I used to have a Cricut, but I've never had a scan and cut. Thank you. Yeah, it's looking good. I guess the linen looks okay. You could use a darker green there, you know, for the veins and the, you know, but I like the white or the linen. Looks pretty. Let's see, I think after this, are we doing flowers? Yippers, we're doing our flowers after. So we'll change to the buttercup. And then after we're done with the flowers, that's it. We're moving on to another block. Very nice. Yeah, these scissors are really nice for applique. I like these. I like that they're small. Okay, so yeah, you spray it after. Okay. Okay, let's get our buttercup ready to go. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because I would imagine if you just put it straight on the mat, it would leave a lot of fuzzies. All right, we're putting in our buttercup yellow. Oh. Okay. All right, placement line for our yellow felt. 2 flowers. We're also going to need our little 2 pieces of pink with SF101 on the back for the centers. So get those ready. Oh boy, they're having fun out there, huh? We're having fun in here. Okay. Let's lay down our felt. Make sure we cover our lines completely. And it's going to do a tack down. And then I think it's also going to do the details. See, as soon as I told Jeannie it was coming unthreaded, it's not going to do it now, which is fine by me. If that's all I had to do. It is fast. She keeps it at full throttle. let's take it out and cut around those slowly. Ugh. And oof, there we go. Okay. Go over to the table. Watch out for the cord. Okay. Little scissors. Oops. There we go. All right. Okay. Just kind of cutting the peaks and valleys out. Oh, green leaf under there. Okay. Can't really get in there, huh? Okay. Can't really get in there, so I'm gonna leave it be. Just kind of cutting around the outside. Just following the general shape of the flower. Gotta remember our leaves are under here. Let's see, come at it this way. I'm probably blocking my own light here. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Sorry. There we go. That's not in the view. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's one. Cute. All right. This one. Is I can't really get in there. No. There. So now it wants the light blue. Okay, if I remember right. Does it want the light blue? Why does it want the light blue? Why did I think that? It does not. It wants the pink. The taffy. That's a taffy. All right, that's this one. Let's go back over to the machine. We're going to put our little centers of our flower on. And let me put this in here. Okay. going to do a placement line for our little pieces of pink fabric. Put down our little pieces of pink fabric with SF101 on the back or any fusible. I'm not taping. I'm living dangerously. Okay. And we're going to trim. I can trim this in the machine. I'm at least going to try. Hi Sylvia, thanks for being here. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in the machine. I'm probably going to have to take it out. Okay, carefully. Of course I choose this hoop. And it has to come out a bazillion times. Let's see. I can at least leave it here. Getting very close, am I? That's close. It's a pretty good satin stitch. It's gonna have to do. I think it's pretty good. Okay, I think that'll work. Here we go. Okay, let's get this back on the machine. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm just on the verge of moving that, and I unthreaded, of moving that arm. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. I could have done that better, huh? See, stuff like that drives me crazy. This is a little peek inside my tormented brain. Here we go. Sorry. Okay. We're going to do the satin stitch. Did it take a few tries to do the flying geese? Yeah, it's... I hope your husband's okay. Pretty, they are pretty flowers. Yeah, those flying geese, it took a few tries for me too, so I could understand. But she uses that in so many cute little other patterns. That's a pretty stitch on there. It's not just a plain satin stitch. It's a really pretty decorative stitch. Very pretty. It's been a while since I made the the sample. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's really cute. I wonder how teensy these are on the 5x7. They're really cute. The font is gorgeous, isn't it? It's really, really pretty. And then that's it. We're done with this block. Happy music. There it is. There it is. All right. Now it doesn't matter how hard I pull. Right? It's like, get off of there. Okay, let's go here. All right. What does it say? I'm sure that it tells me. All right. It says the 5x7 design stitches a decorative outline for this step. I wonder what that means. Okay. Let's see. Remove the project from the hoop. Trim the stabilizer around the project.
Jeannie does
Do not trim the fabric at this time. Okay. Well, that's easy enough, right? So we're just going to we're going to put this aside. We're going to need that again. So this is when I would use my trimmer by George if I had brought it with me, because it's just going to lift it up like this, and you do that. Which, but I think, you know, I'm just going to trim it with scissors because I don't have my trimmer by George here. So I just take my scissors, I fold it back like this, and I just kind of run it along here as best I can. I mean, I didn't do a very good job there. Okay, it's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, this is not something we need to do right now, right? I can do this while the other one is stitching. So let's get that one going, and I'll finish that while this one's stitching. So let's rehoop some of our no mesh cutaway. I keep hitting this cord, I'm sorry. I can't move it. It's right in front of my face. Okay. So let's just get this. Little arrows go at the top. Remember that. Get it snug. Go. All right. Let's load our
the
design.
The design is on their website, but I didn't order it.
Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. Somebody's talking on the phone. Okay. So let's go get our other design. Embroidery, pocket. We all know how to do this, right? USB. I don't really need to show it. We're doing the 8x12. And we're going to embroidery. And that's it. I'm going to put my cream back in for these first steps. Oops. Could you close the door? Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Let's put the white in, or the cream. Sorry, I keep moving the camera. All right. There we go. All right. First is the placement line for our batting. We are on page 6. Let's get another piece of batting. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear that all is well. Okay, with Mike. All right, tack down. I'm not taping anything. I don't want another little pucker, even though that really didn't matter. Push it up towards this corner so it's not so scrunched up there. There we go. That looks better. The camera angle. Oh, shoot. You're right. I'm sorry. All right. Pardon me. Let's hope I don't have to take this out of the hoop to do that. I think I can do it. I think I did it last time, didn't I? Okay. This one is the hard angle to get to here. How did I do it before? Did I do it? Keep my hand in there. Oh, I think I got it. It's not going to be a perfect little cut, but I can live with that. All right, outline for our background, just like before. Let's grab one of our backgrounds. Make sure we're doing the right side because the SF-101 is very similar. Okay. Okay, here we go. Just kind of cover up that line, but also get it kind of even, top and bottom, side to side. You can look, go this way a little bit more. That's fine. Okay. Let's do that. Do the tack down. Okay. Look around twice. Camera. I thought I was on the right camera. Am I on it? What's wrong with it? Did I mess up the shot? It's okay to me. Were you just telling me before I switched it? I know I wasn't on it. Can you still not see? I think we're okay now. Okay, what is next? This one goes fairly quick, huh? Oh, we're going to do our background, so I'm going to leave that color in. We're going to do our background quilting. The pretty flowers. This background quilting, like if you just did this on a piece of material, like you could make a little bag out of this or something, and you could use variegated thread. That would be so pretty. I'm going to have to try that. Really good now? Like the variegated pinks and pastel pinks and purples or something. Oh my gosh, that would be so pretty. says after this, it says, refer to this star points diagram for the following steps. So it's just telling you which fabric goes first. And our fabric, star point 1, is going to be our pretty flowers, pretty white flowers. That is cute fabric. I don't think I have some of this ones. I'm a sucker for little flower plants. I really like them. I think they're good for all sorts of things. Make a really good liner in the bag. Wouldn't that be cute? Open up your bag and see that. Cute. Oh, well, the shimmer. Yeah. That would be really pretty. Then this little star block would probably fit on those little hangers, you know, or you could display a small little quilt. You could just make one of these star blocks, you know, in any colors. Do the background in a fun color. And just make one of them and hang it in a corner of your room on one of those little stands. That would be cute. Okay, does it tell me what color? I don't think. Yeah, it's just saying. It's just saying linen for the placement and for the tack down. Stitch the statins. Oh, so it wants this linen white color for the satin stitch on these. So let's get this little placement lines going here. Oh, they're just teensy and they have you cut this big piece. I wonder if this would cover both of them. I don't think so. Well, it might. Let's see. Yeah? I think it will. Where's the tip? Right there. Where's the tip on this? I'm living dangerously here. There's the tip. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good. I'm just going to use one. It has you cut two. Oh, you know why? You know why it has you cut two? Duh. We're making two of these blocks. Okay. All right. So, yeah. It covers it. Covers it just fine. Hold it down. It goes around. Turn twice. Okay, then we're going to trim, right? Let's see. fabric close to the stitch lines. So maybe I can do that in the hoop or on the machine. And I don't have to try. Oh, I don't think so. Okay. Let's take her out. Slowly, 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 slowly. Oh gosh, okay. Couldn't really get close to that one. Okay. I don't think I have to go over to the table though, do I? I don't think so. I can save that little trip. No, my hands are in the way. Okay, there's one. Here's this one. Out of the way. I'm going to cut this. Oh, there, I can lift it up. Here we go. Okay, I think that'll be fine. I still have some decent little pieces left. All right, here we go. Slowly, okay, there we go. All right, so we're still using the linen. Sounds like he's a fighter. It's good. Oh, that looks really pretty. I like that. What's next? Our pink flowers. Our flowers with the pink background is going to be next. This one here. And for that it wants the taffy, which is our pink thread. No, it doesn't want the taffy. We want the light pink. Pink rose. And that's what we're doing next. So our light pink and our pink fabric, that's what's next. These two things get those ready. Of course we have the SF on all of these. It is pretty. It's going to be gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to change to our, it's doing a little extra, the screen is like flashing and doing a little extra chime there. Okay, so I'm going to put in my rose, pink rose. Go. We're doing good with the thread thing, aren't we? All I had to do was mention it to Jeannie. Placement line. Right, our light pink, pretty flowers. Okay, let's cover that tip and that one. Boy, that's just long enough. Okay, there we go. I am not going to tape. Let me get my spatula. it when the needle stops at the top. I can usually cut these out without getting it out of the hoop. Or at least it's a little easier. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I should be able to do that. Oh, of course I say that and then I can't reach this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to go for it and then I'll clean it up. I'll try and clean it up. Just that one little area that I can't get to. I wonder if I have longer. Of course I don't. Longer scissors. I think it'll catch that. Maybe I can try and be ambidextrous. Like, no, that doesn't even help me either. Okay. Well, hopefully the satin stitch catches the... This is driving. I can't do it. I can't leave it. I'm just going to pull it out a little bit. Oh, it needs to be a little bit more. It'd be nice if they made this higher. Okay. Let's push it back in. There we go. Now I feel like the satin stitch will cover it. Okay, so I'm not using what's in the book. Let's see, what am I using? My pink is called Cotton Candy. It's a Glide Cotton Candy. And then I just have linen, which is Glide also. But you have the linen. For my pink, I don't have a color. Wait, let's see. Is it printed something on here? Oh, I don't know what that is. I doubt you could even find it. It's probably kind of old. I don't know. But this is the pink I'm using. It calls for taffy, which is probably a prettier color. And then I have these two, which are exquisite. So my dark blue is Exquisite 806 and my light blue is Exquisite 4419. So those are the colors I'm using. But they do have thread. They're all using Glide, which they do carry that here in the store. But I just got whatever they have in the back here that kind of was similar. I didn't want to open new ones, you know. So I'm just kind of hodgepodging it. But I think they look pretty. That's a pretty light pink. So those are the colors I'm using. But I'm sure that she would put a little thread kit together for you for this, so it can look exactly like Kimberbell's. Let's see, there are, I mean, not counting linen, because I think everybody has some sort of cream in their arsenal. There's 6 colors. So she has them all here, so if you wanted to grab those. I mean, yeah. Your fabric and thread, yeah, absolutely. You gotta use those stash. You gotta use those stashes up, right? Yeah. That's what you call it. That's good. Yeah, use up your stash. I have so much. I just have a pile of scraps, which, I mean, something like this, with little pieces like this, you know, I could probably make 1,000 of these. Probably more. I think this star would look really pretty in the middle of a tote bag. You know, to take to your retreats and have a really fun quilty bag. I'm always thinking what I can do with these designs other than what they're meant for. I think about it. I don't know that I really ever do it. But I do think about it. What is next? Next, we're going to do a pink fabric and my pink thread. So this fabric and the thread, I'm going to change the thread. We're done with pink, light pink. Now we're going to the darker pink.
Hey, that'd be great.
Okay. And we'll do our placement line. Bunnies. You know, I wish at the end of every stitch like this that it would move the hoop to the farthest point up here to kind of present it to you to trim on, you know, on the trimming steps. It would be nice if they did that, right? I mean, that's something they could do. They could make the needle go all the way to the top, and then it would bring the hoop down here, and you could easily cut around whatever you needed to cut around, you know? How come they don't do that? It's cute. Oh, it's not stitching. Here we go. Okay, okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully it's not my bobbin. I really don't want to take this out of the hoop or out of the machine. What I am going to do, though, I think maybe if I bring up the bobbin thread, let's just try it. Who knows? Maybe that will. Well, it didn't bring up the bobbin thread. I need to go back to the beginning of this stitch though. Okay. Oh, it didn't bring up the bobbin thread. Oh, that must mean there's something wrong with the bobbin, huh? Okay. Let's just go ahead and reinsert the bobbin. There we go. Careful, careful, careful. Oh, I felt like I moved it. I hope I didn't. Yeah, it's kind of bunched up there, right? Okay, let's go around. Okay. All right. Let's hope I didn't move the arm. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have to push so hard. Okay. All right, let's see if that works. Okay. It seemed to work. Oh, they don't have the exquisite. That's exquisite, right? They don't have that as a choice, huh? Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, let's take her out. Maybe I could just come out that far. It might be awkward, but I might be able to do it. Oh, can't leave that much. Oh, whoops, sorry. I really hope that I did not move this arm. I feel like it's really close to this other diamond. Let's see how far away it is from this one. Oh, I hope I didn't do that. That would make me so sad. Let's see. Oh, there isn't one on the right. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I think I think it's okay. I'm just paranoid, maybe. Just felt like it moved a little bit. Oh my goodness. I didn't make this easy. Shoot, I'm gonna have to bring that all the way. Okay. Don't move, please. Oh, God. Okay. I might go find some machine oil and see if that works. Okay. I don't know. I guess it's not any closer than that one. Okay. All right. I'm just being paranoid. I think we're okay. I might go find some machine oil and this is just too much. Okay. All right, now we're going to do our satin stitch. bit of material poking out there, but it's just really tiny. It is pretty, isn't it? Oh, it's making terrible noises. Why did that get all weird right there? It sounds angry. It's stitching okay though. Next is going to be the yellow. Yes, this is a kit. A1 has kits for this. It's all, everything I'm using, except for the thread. You would have something different. Unless you wanted a thread kit, she would put one together for you, I'm sure. But, yeah. It's nice to just have a kit where you don't have to think about it. The fabric is pulling out. Really? Everything looks pretty secure. Okay, yellow. It looks okay. You know, there's just some fabric sticking out where I couldn't cut it. I should have taken it all the way out. I know. Let's make sure we want yellow now. Yep. Want the yellow. And the yellow, oh, I don't think I mentioned the yellow I'm using. It's Isocord number 0713. That's the yellow. Okay. Oopsies. Yellow in here. Placement line. Let's lay down our fabric. Just fits. Might make that a ½ inch longer. That's funny, Celia. Oh, Renata, my washer went out just the other day. It's just the water pump died on it. Maybe this is an angle where I can cut it in there and I don't have to take the hoop out. What do you think? Probably not, but I'm going to give it a try. Shoot, come on. Please, okay. Oh. I'm going to have to pull it out a little bit. Don't. Oh gosh, okay, there. Feel like I'm rolling the dice every time I do that. So I got a little too much here. A little too much here. Okay. I think that's close enough. All right. Okay. All right, let's put her back in. All right, that was easy. Okay. Satin stitch, and then we're done. We're gonna do We're going to put one together with the binding. Time for that, and then we'll talk about the ribbon. I mentioned the green I used on the leaves was clover. It's a blight, clover. Sorry, I had them kind of scattered. That's all six. How is everybody with binding? Do we love it, hate it? love-hate, yeah, it's a love-hate relationship, yeah. I really like binding my quilts. It's my favorite thing to do. And I like it because that's like the final step. And you know, it's gonna be done. And that just makes me happy. No, well, yeah, they're done on the sewing machine, not in the hoop. Not in the hoop, yeah. We're going to do them like traditional. Okay, we are done with that one. Let me get on the right page here. And we'll go over the directions. Now I can pull this out and not have to put it back in. Okay. Oh, she's pretty. She's pretty. Let's have a look. Isn't she pretty? She turned out really pretty. This part right here gets really indented down in there in the back. It's really kind of protruding. So I remember that from before. Okay, so there's that hoop, or that block. I'm going to take it out of the hoop just to get the hoop out of my way. We will, we're going to bind this one. Oops. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to set this one aside. All right, I got a 7.5 square ruler. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use. Let's see, what do the directions say? Do not trim. Repeat for the other block. We're not going to do that. Lay the fabric right side. Lay the back fabric right side down. So let's follow the instructions. The backing for the middle one is the pretty flowers. Okay, so right side down, wrong side up. So that's what we're gonna do. With the center block on top, right side up. So yeah, we're not making a tradition. We already have our batting in here, so we're just going to line them up. Can you guys see? Let me move up. So, yeah. Okay. So, I've got my backing right side down and my block right side up. Use a ruler and the trimming line. You can use the trimming line, but I find, let's see, the trimming line is, it's just about almost 1/4 inch smaller than it should be on that edge. Same here. They're all just a little tiny bit small. They're kind of pushed in a little bit, I think. So that's where this comes in handy. I'm just going to kind of center it as best I can. I'll stand up and do that. Using a ruler and the trimming line, stitched in part 1, direction step 8. Square the block to 7.5 by 7.5 for the 8 by 12. Okay, so I'll move this up so you guys can see really well as possible. And I'm going to, I got a rotary cutter here. I'm going to stand up and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it a little bit. So let's kind of look at these points. I think that looks pretty good. And I'm kind of inside. The lines are kind of right along there. I think I'm just going to go for it. Not overthink it. I should be using a twirly mat, huh? Because now I have to do this. I needed the twirly mat. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Is this one done? Yeah. Okay. So there's my square. And I'm 7.5 by 7.5. Actually, I should just throw that away. Okay, and they're both lined up now. So that's what we're gonna bind. And for this middle block, we have the pretty binding. Okay, and this is just a width of fabric, cut to 2.5, and fold it over once with wrong sides together. Okay. All right, let's get some clips. This is a really small project, so you could pick a side where we want to start and stop. And I'll do the bottom. Okay, I gotta switch the machine over to sewing too. Yeah, I'm just gonna clip this on. This is a really small little project, so actually what I want to do is I want to go all the way over. I'm sorry, we're gonna leave some open, right? Leave. All right. What am I thinking? Do I want to do it from the back? I usually like to do it from the back. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to start about right here. So I'm going to put it a little further. I'll probably start about right in the middle. Don't have to leave too much, right? This is just a teensy little quilt. Teensy little quilt block. Okay, so I'm going to start sewing here and I'm going to go around like that. But I got to switch my machine out. So let's go over there and do that. We could spray this. I do have some, which would be nice. It would be nice to just do a little spray. Yeah, I think there we go. There we go. Just, okay. Just to hold it on there, right? That would be nice. So our back doesn't go flopping around. Okay. All right, let's go over to the machine. And I'm going to switch it to sewing. I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to take this foot off. Oh. There we go. And I don't know if we don't need to use yellow, right? We'll just put some white in there. Way over here. There we go. Let's put our, I'll just use the J foot and tighten it up. Well, I'll put it in sewing first and get this thing out of my way. There we go. That's pretty good. All right, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the yellow out and put in just white. Doesn't matter what color, you're not going to see it. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get my foot out here. Actually, I guess I want to start it like this, right? Let's turn it around. Turn it around like this, and I'm going to start way down here. Now I'm going to set my stitch to the P1-30, which puts the 1/4 of an inch right at the edge there. I'm going to start down here. I'm just going to leave a little bit here. I don't need a whole lot because I'm not going to be mitering it. I'll show you how I'm going to be doing that. Now, normally, okay, so I need to be a 1/4 of an inch away here. So, I like to have my little purple thing. I like my purple thing and just any old heaterist pin using these two things. Because the edge of this purple is a 1/4 of an inch. So I just kind of lay it down and I make it. I don't have the right edge on here. Oh my goodness. It's raw edges together. Raw edges together. Okay. I'm going to start way down here. Okay. And I'm going to put my purple thing here, right on the edge of my, I know my finger's in the way, but I'm just making a little mark where a 1/4 of an inch is from that corner. Okay, so let's start going here. I'm going to do a back stitch. Okay. And I'm going to go right up to that line. Okay, and I'm going to turn it at an angle and I'm going to go off the corner. I'm just going to sew off this corner a little bit. It's just a couple of stitches. Okay. Yeah, right, I caught that. Thank you. Yeah, that was almost a disaster, right? Okay, so I'm just making sure that my binding is kind of parallel with my corner here. And then I'm going to flip it over this way and I'm going to make it parallel with this side. Okay. And then I'm just going to start sewing. Put my foot down. And then here I go. I'm just going to make sure that my edge is all lined up. And I'm going to make my mark again. I'm just feeling for the edge and making a mark. Okay. And here we go. Let me go right up to that mark. I can see it under my foot. There we go. Sew off to the corner. Cut. And make it parallel. Flip it over. There we go. Okay. There we go. And put our foot down. Take a couple of stitches and then make sure that we're lined up with the edge nice and straight. Do I have a line? No. Okay. Okay, gotta make my mark right here. And Gonna go to that mark. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm out of bobbin. Oh no, it's the upper thread. Oh, Lordy. Okay, put up. Okay.
These all need some of that.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Where did it didn't even stitch this whole line. Oh my. Okay. You could have let me know earlier. All right. Let's hope. Oh, did I not do this? Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's hope that it wants to stitch now. Okay, let's get it going. Straighten up your line here. Is it not stitching? It's still not stitching. Okay, let's check the bobbin. Let's check that. Let's just put that back in here. Alright, we're still threaded. Alright, we're still kind of lined up here. Alright, let's put our foot down. Alright, that sounds like it's stitching. Yeah, we're stitching. We are good to go. Are we? Yeah. Now I'm all paranoid. I'm going to be checking every few inches. All right, I have my mark. A couple more stitches. Maybe one more. Okay. Sew off. Cut. Okay, make it parallel like that. Flip it over your fingers. Okay. Make it parallel with this. Make sure it's lined up. Make my mark right there. Okay. Oops, sorry. Bump the camera. I'm not looking at the comments right now. I will check them here in a second in case somebody has a question. One more stitch. What do we got here? You bind your corners. Oh, do you do it this way? Yeah, this was the way I was taught. I don't even know who taught me. Probably somebody on YouTube. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I know who taught me this. It's Jan with Sew Along with Jan. Okay, so I'm going to get this bottom one out of the way. I like her videos. I think she's a great teacher. I don't know if any of you watch her or not. But I really like her. She's always cheerful and happy. And she's very smart when it comes to sewing. Okay, so I'm not going to go like crazy. I'm going to backstitch now. And we're just going to kind of do this the easy way. So normally you would try to miter this and, you know, fold it up and do all the things. This is for me, it's too small. So I'm going to cut. Let me get my scissors. First, I'm going to cut this one a little shorter. Okay. I'm going to cut that one a little shorter. And I'm going to cut this one to about maybe right here. I'm not going to where I started. My stitches started here and I cut it there. I'm going to tuck it in there. But before I do that, the one that's showing, this one's going to be on top. So I'm just going to fold it under just a little bit. And I'm just going to do this by hand. Just like this. Just so I don't have a raw edge out here. Okay. So I know I'm fiddly here, but I'm just going to kind of do this with my fingers. Did any of you guys watch Jan? Yeah, she is great. I just really like her. I think if I knew her, we'd be friends. She seems like a really sweet person. Okay. If you don't know of her, search her on YouTube and subscribe. She has a lot of fun. She does giveaways, and so okay. So that's what it looks like. So I have my folded edge here, and I have this one tucked in here. You could, maybe angle this. Maybe I guess you'd want to angle it this way. I'm not even going to bother. This is too small to bother with all of that. So now I'm just going to continue stitching. Just want to make sure that I don't, you can reduce the bulk by cutting that at an angle. I guess you would go this way, right? You would just want to cut off maybe just a little bit right here. That might tuck in better. Okay, but you don't want to make it too short. It won't go. So I'm going to start behind my stitches a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and back stitch. Just one or two, that's all. And make sure it's not puckering. I've got to go all the way over here. I do have some sticking out, but that's not a problem. It's all going to get tucked in there when I turn it over. Okay. And there's that. So now, when we turn this around, we just have a little lip here, right? So I like to cut off a little bit on my corners. Just to get that bulk out of the corner, I'm just going to cut right before the stitches. Don't cut your stitches like that. Just a little bit. Let's see if this one needs it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes that one looks good. This one felt tight. Let's see. All right. I think we're good. So I would just turn this over like this. Use a bi-level foot. Okay. Then I should go over to the table, huh? You guys can see better. Let's look. Because I do like to clip. Let's go over to the table and then I'll zoom you in a little bit. Because I think I can. I think I can. Zoom in right here. That's as zoomed in as I can get, I think. So, somebody said always to go to the left. Always go around to your left. And just kind of straighten that out like this. Right? And then fold it over. And you should get a pretty good corner. Like so. Over here. This is why I like to go to the back to the front, because I'm not crazy about how these miter. I have no control really. I have a lot of control on the part that flips over. So I like to bind on the back and go to the front, but I didn't on this one. So that looks pretty okay. I'm gonna put a clip there. Some people glue these corners down. I mean, that's a thing too. Here, and I want to go past my binding in the front because I want to do a stitch in the ditch. Okay, again, I'm just going to lay it out flat. And you can use your purple thing, you know, to get in there and just kind of muscle it flat, nice and flat. And then flip it over and then let the two corners meet. And okay, here's our bulky part, which isn't too bad. But I'm hoping to catch all of this from the front. Let's go ahead and put one in that seam there. Okay, put one here. I know it's a lot of clips for a tiny little thing. Okay, flip it over, let the two corners meet. I don't want that to be puckering up. There, I want it to be flat like that. Okay, holding it over. Just making sure that I'm going past the front, the little, so I can stitch in the ditch. So yeah, this is a good way to practice your binding techniques and all of that. Okay, just flipping that a little bit. Okay, I want my corners to meet. That one looks a little messy. There, that looks much better. Takes a little finagling sometimes. Okay. So I think I have enough clips on here. What do you think? One pink one. Okay. So I want to stitch in the ditch. So I'm hoping to catch this. You could glue this down and that would ensure that it's not going to move when you're sewing it. But let's stitch in the ditch and see if we get it on the first time around, shall we? Any questions on that? Double-sided tape, yeah, that would work really good too. Yeah, she is talented. I like that her grandma taught her everything. She always says that. My grandma taught me how to do. I'm going to put my needle on 1.04. I want it in the middle now. Okay, and I'm just going to try to follow this middle, well, this middle mark right there. That should be where my needle is going. So let's back stitch. And I'm not watching the needle, I'm watching that middle little tick on my foot. And I'm making sure that I keep that right in that ditch. Okay, a pokey tool would be great right here to hold this so that I don't lose my corner on the back. Okay, there we go. See, if I just watch that tick mark, I can kind of go a little faster than if I was staring at the needle. Okay. Let's hope we caught it all in the back. Coming up on our bulky part. Okay. Hold that corner with my nail will be my pokey tool. Okay. Okay, oh, well, look, we're done. I wish a big quote went like that, right? Okay, and we'll back stitch, and then we're done. Looky there. Let's go look at her. Did I catch it all? I surely did. I surely did. I did a good job. All right. Let's go over here and take a look. Here's our Happiness Grows. What do you think? Isn't it cute? And there's the back. You do have this little lip here because, you know, you really can't tell how far away you are. You just want to make sure you catch it all. And, I mean, who looks at the back anyway? Come on. Cut all my corners. Yeah. There we go. Where do the tabs go? Oh, right, the ribbon. Let's talk about the ribbon. Okay. All right, bind the blocks as desired. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about it. Fold the ribbon over 1/4 inch using a pressing cloth. Okay, so they just don't want you to have that raw edge. You're going to fold it over once and twice. And let's see, are you going to sew it? Fold the same ribbon down. Okay. Fold it over using a pressing cloth. Fold the same end over again, another 1/4 inch to create a folded edge using a pressing cloth. Fold the same ribbon. So then after we do that, we're going to go down 1 inch. And you can, you know, measure it or not. You're going to go down 1 inch, but I think that's going to, okay. To create a loop, be sure the folded edge is inside of the loop. Using a sewing machine, top stitch the ribbon 1/8 inch away from the folded edge. This is the wrong side of the ribbon. So this side that you sew will be the wrong side. So this is the side that we'll see after we sew it. Okay. So that's just to get rid of, okay, lay the ribbons side by side vertically. So we're just going to kind of go through it. So we've done that. We have our little loop here. I don't know what we need that for, but we're going to do that because we're going to do that with both. We're doing both. You're gonna repeat it with the remaining ribbon. You have 2 ribbons, and they tell you how long to cut them. So for the 8 by 12, 2 33 inches. So you'll have 2 that are 33 inches. You'll have your finished edge at the top. Okay, so we'll just go like this. So we have 2 of them parallel, right? Let's read. With the right side of the loops at the top. With the right side of the loops. So yeah, you want where it's not showing the fold over. Adjust the width between as desired. Okay? Arrange the 3 blocks on top of the ribbon. So the loop is to hang it, right? So you're going to have a pretty loop up here. Can you guys see? Yeah. Move it over this way, yeah. So you'll have your little loop that you made up here, and then you're going to how far apart you want them, you know, you'll have straight little, okay. And you'll put all 3 of them down. Cut the bottom of the ribbons so that the seam on the back, so the seam is on the back. Okay, what are they saying here? Arrange the 3 finished block on top of the ribbons with the center block in the middle. Okay, the center block in the middle. Thanks. Got it. Cut the bottom of the ribbons so they align with the binding seam on the back of the project. Okay. Okay. So you would cut this, and I'm just, you know what, I'm just going to make 2 little short ones. I'm just going to do it. Okay, 2 little short ones, and we'll just kind of pretend. All right. So we're going to lay them parallel. I'm more of a visual person, you know. So we have this, let's say it's our bottom block. This is our bottom block down here. We're going to cut our ribbon so they align with the binding seam. So, you know, cut them a little bit above. Pin the blocks to the ribbon at the top and the bottom of each block. Pin the blocks to the ribbon. So you're just going to put some pins in here, or even 1 little pin. Now we've cut this. Let's say this is where my binding meets, and you know, it doesn't have to be, this is the back. So we'll just cut it straight, right? And then we'll align it with our binding in the back. Okay. So now, and then we're going to pin it. So it's just, you do it straight. Let's do it straight. I don't need to be crooked like that. So we're just going to align it with our binding like this. Okay. And I think they're going to probably want you to stitch in the ditch, right? Stitch in the ditch between here and here, here and here, and all the way up. So after you've pinned it in place, these are aligned. These don't have to be. You're going to stitch here and here and here and here, and this would be your block, your bottom block. And then you would just do, you know, here and here on the other ones, all the way up to the top, and that's going to attach your ribbon. And then at the top, remember, you have loops, and that's what you're going to hang it with. Okay? Does that make sense? It was the 20 yards of orange. Oh no. So yeah, that's how we want to attach that. Sorry, I don't have time to do that. But yeah, so just remember the bottom block. It wouldn't be this block. This is your middle block, but your bottom block, you're going to line it up right here. Okay. And you're going to stitch in the ditch on top, and you're going to catch it. You're going to catch it right there. Okay. And then up here, when that's attached, you're going to stitch right here and attach it to there. And you're going to do the same on here. And then when your other block is here, let's say it's already attached to the bottom block, so you have a little bit here. You're going to stitch in the ditch here, and it'll be sticking out, and so on and so forth, until you get to the top where your loops are. Okay. Makes total sense. Oh, good. Good. Sometimes I ramble, and I'm like, did you get any of that? So good. I'm glad that makes sense. It's not hard. If you follow the steps, step by step, they tell you, you know, pin it on each, so you've got all 3 hanging by pins, and then you're gonna stitch in the ditch at the top and the bottom of each block. See, they're showing you right there. So you're going to stitch there on that block, the bottom of this block, and the top of this block. You know, so it shows you. The directions are really, really good here. All right, you guys. Wow, it's 4:18. Some of you guys might be late for dinner. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. It's always so much fun. And we'll see you next time. What do I have coming up? Oh, I know what let me show you. A little sneak peek. A little sneak peek. I made this. I made the insert. Can you see? I made the insert. This is coming up on the 5th. I'll take it out and show you. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So it's all pretty on the outside and it's pretty on the inside. And look at all the pockets you have. You have 3 pockets here for like pins, 2 big pockets here for maybe scissors, the 2 pockets here, really big pocket here, and a pocket here that could hold something large like a rotary cutter or whatever. I mean, oh, and you have a zipper pocket. You have a zipper pocket here, it goes all the way to the bottom. So look at that, and it's all lined and pretty and everything. And then it just slips in, I can zoom out, I guess. And then it just slips in to your jelly roll bag. And you know, if you did the stitching in the 80s or whatever, you have a purple one of these. And they do have a purple colorway for this. It just goes in. I thought about putting like cute little ribbons right here on each side of the handle. You could easily do that when you're, you know, just tie little bows. Wouldn't that be cute? What do you guys think? You're welcome. Looking forward to the tote liner class. Yes, it is fun. It is fun. Brace yourself. It's 10 hoopings, but, and yes, I said 10, double digits, but they're easy hoopings. They're real quick. It's basically just the quilting on some of these. All the assembly is really done outside. So you're really just quilting, and you know, you quilt the bottom and everything. Even the bottom is quilted. It's just, it's so cute. You look in here and it's just a little bit of adorable, you know? I like it. It was fun. All right, you guys. I will see you next week. Next week? Yeah, it's the 5th. The 5th. Whenever, I think that's next week. And I hope to see you there. And we'll have fun making this. And if you make the Happiness Grows, show me on the Facebook. I love to look at them. All right, you guys. I am taking off. You guys have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you next time.